Alright, folks, today we're going to be talking about all the weird dreams I've had. I don't know if there's any, here, I'll hold my phone here so it's a little bit easier to hear me. There's close friends know this about me, but I dream extremely vivid dreams every single night. And most of the time I don't write them down just because there's so much that happened that I get too tired. Not tired, but also I'm groggy in the morning and I don't want to just use my phone to type. Also, for some reason my phone doesn't register my tapping motions in the morning. Is that because of low body temperature? I literally have no idea. But yeah, I have extremely vivid dreams every night, basically. Actually, I'll know I had a dream every night. Sometimes I won't remember them as vividly, but today I'm going to talk about certain ones that are crazy, or they're just funny. Some are long, some are literally just 2 sentences. I'll give context to all of them, by the way, or as much context as I can give, but I thought it would be a funny video discussing my literal dreams that I've had. Okay, so why don't we start with, I think this is the first one I wrote down. I titled it, Eugene and I Treehouse. This one's pretty short. Okay, some of it, I'll put screenshots of these onto the screen because the typos I made while typing while I was half asleep are pretty funny. Here we go. Eugene and I treehouse. Eugene and I live with some other people. It's pretty spacious and the ceilings are mad high. There's a pretty upstairs, everything is wooden chic, cute radio host makes us snacks and stuff while we drive around. I don't remember the driving around part, but I do remember the treehouse, I think. It was maybe it was just a wooden house or something, but that scene at Hogwarts in Harry Potter where all the stairs are moving around? It was kind of like that. And I think it was a radio station, but it was really nice and stylish, and I guess my brother Eugene was there too, and we just had a hang, and I guess we ate good food and we drove around. Oh, I wrote a little note at the end, after reading it, when I fully woke up. I was like, this sounds like my dream life. This was dreamt on February 7th, 2018, so that was a couple of years ago. Does anybody else smell or taste things in their dream? Because I do that so often. I mean, granted, I think they're all stuff that I've already tasted or smelled before, so I guess that makes sense. But I vividly taste things or smell things in my dream, and sometimes it's pretty cool. It's I'm eating, but I'm not eating. Oh god. Okay, how about Yale on fire? This one's 1 sentence. At Yale for Olympic type tournament, I had to pay Bitcoin to watch Instagram live. There is a forest all around us on fire and had to evacuate and run out of there super quick. You see all these typos. And I wrote, this shit is so funny, LMAO. I forgot to add that we had to save animals too, and I had to wake up people sleeping. Yale was freaking huge, dreamt on December 31st, 2020. Okay, so that was last year. I've been to Yale. No, actually, I have never seen Yale's campus before this. And after visiting Yale for an unrelated reason a couple of weeks ago, Yale looked nothing like in my dream. I think it was just this prestige. Actually looked more like Dartmouth than anything, but it was just a prestige, old-looking college campus. But yeah, we were at a tournament, I guess. I don't know who else was with me in the dream, but I was at Yale watching or spectating an Olympic type tournament, but they were only doing coverage through Instagram Live, and the only way you can pay to watch it was through Bitcoin. And Just thinking about it now is like ridiculous. Because right after that, I don't know what happened in between. I don't think there was an in between. Maybe we were all sleeping. But there were like mad animals on campus, and they were all like nice. Like, they were wild animals, but they weren't like gonna kill you, if that's what I mean. I don't know. They were all nice in my dream, okay? I want nice animals. But yeah, suddenly Yale caught on fire. I don't remember how. And I remember like there were ginormous trees around us, like all throughout campus. Like it was like buildings and just trees. I don't even know how sunlight got onto the campus, honestly. But yeah, suddenly the entire campus was on fire, and then I was like, oh my god, we have to fucking get out of here. And we were like running, and I was like, oh my god, people are sleeping. And I was like waking up people, and I'm like, oh my god, we have to scoop up all these animals, we have to save all of them. And then I think that's how the dream ended. So we ran out of there super quick. This is so stupid. Yeah, it wasn't a scary dream. It was just a what the fuck dream. Most of my dreams are what the fuck dreams. I'll get to a really scary one later. Oh my god, this one's like terrifying. But I'll get to that in a different time. Okay, how about Maine? I don't remember this one. Okay, this one's weird. Maine, pretty short. Dream of ice landscape to Maine. Didn't want to go anymore. Showcase. So I dreamt this on September 8th, 2020, and I actually don't remember this dream at all. I guess we were surrounded by ice, and I didn't want to be there anymore. I don't know. I wish I remembered this one. Oh well. Well, that one's a boring one for you. Okay, how about James Bond? This one has a lot of typos. I think this one was written in the middle of the night rather than like right after I woke up for the day. I'm gonna try to decipher this. James Bond. Just woke up from a dream, writing down to remember. James Bond-esque mission, went through a series of challenging obstacles. Don't remember specific mission. It was like variations of a theme, but instead it was variations on a dream. Last biggest one failed. Tires popped. Managed to get away, but failed mission. Four of us. I don't know that one. Lots of snacks. Oh my god, am I eating in every dream? I knocked out in the same position for 2 hours. Pretty fucking epic dream. And this was dreamt on May 30th, 2019. I actually don't remember this dream that well either. But I guess I said it was a pretty epic dream, so I guess I had fun in the dream. I like border on lucid dreaming, but like not lucid dreaming. Where I can sometimes, like I think subconsciously I know I'm dreaming and I try to do certain things, but my body is really heavy in my dreams, which makes sense because like I'm sleeping, and I think it's in that kind of awake. I'm not even awake. It's just like in that weird, I don't know how sleep works, by the way, so I'm probably explaining this all like wrong, but sometimes it feels like I'm aware of my surroundings in my room, but also I'm in my dream, so it's simultaneously like watching myself from a third person's point of view while being in my body in the dream. It's super weird. It's like astral projecting. I actually have no idea, but honestly, maybe I am astral projecting. Who knows? I couldn't tell you. Why don't we get to one of my nightmares? Fasten your seatbelts, folks. This one's fucking crazy. Okay, this is called Backyard Nightmare, and this one's really long. I think I tend to remember more of my nightmares because I don't get a lot of them. Am I still recording? Okay. I don't get a lot of them, so I just obviously remember them more since they're so far and few in between. I'll just read it off. Had a super scary nightmare for the first time in a long time. I noticed after waking up from all my nightmares that it's always 2 hours after I go to sleep that I wake up. Oh, yeah. So, like, all my nightmares, like, it will feel like I slept through the entire night, but I'll wake up and it's, like, almost exactly 2 hours after I went to sleep. Anyway. I was at a family function in the big backyard with a deck. They weren't actually my family. and we were going through a futuristic obstacle course where we had to hit targets while someone else controlled us flying through the air. And I think we suddenly turned into Native Americans, or we were of Native American descent, and we were talking about something. And I think a small scary thing happened during the game, I guess the games we were playing, but I can't remember it. The big thing was that we were talking about ancient legends, and there were a lot of people on the deck, and the thing people were talking about appeared. It was so scary. Like deformed mass of human parts melted together that ripped off people's limbs if it touched them, and just walked through everyone on the deck, and I could feel everyone melt together and rip apart, and the creature just plows through everybody and flies off into the sky in the shape of a horse head. And I remember screaming for my mom, and then I'm suddenly in my bed, half awake and half picturing the nightmare and half imagining my mom coming to hold my hand. But then it turns out it's just this person who I can't see standing there that's holding my hand, and I wake up, but the image of the person keeps flickering. I don't know what all of this means, but I'm too fucking scared to go back to sleep. And as you can see in my notes, all I can say is, who the fuck let my brain be like this? And this was dreamt on May 17th, 2020. Oh my god, like I can actually remember this one. Like this one was terrifying. Like I don't remember any of the faces, but there were a lot of people, and like it was like I was in everybody's body at the same time, because like it never, that like, I don't know, the monster never touched me, but whenever it touched everyone else, I could like feel a sensation of being ripped apart. Like what the heck? I have no idea what it means, and that reminds me of another nightmare I had. I didn't write this one down. I think that was before I started writing down some of my dreams, but I can only remember like one snippet of it. We were like on a cliff, and I think I was at the bottom, and then suddenly something fell from the top, and it was a doll or something, and like blood splattered everywhere, and it was like, I don't remember if it was, I wasn't, okay, oh my god, I can't even speak. The doll was in the style of like an old porcelain doll, like kind of like vintage. I think it already had like cracks in its paint, but it wasn't so much like the creepy factor of the style of the doll, but more the, oh my god, what the heck just happened? Why is there blood coming out from this doll kind of thing? Saying it out loud isn't that scary, I think, but in the moment, I was like, oh my god, what the heck just happened? And I woke up right after that. Ooh, that one was a scary one too. But yeah, backyard nightmare, would not recommend it. That was really, really scary. I was telling my friend Shoes up this dream. I was reading it off to him, and I was like, do you want to draw it? Do you want to draw that creepy monster thing? And like, he said he kind of wants to draw it, so if he does, I'll put it on the screen. I don't want any more dreams like this. Oh, I had this one recently, like literally the other day. Oh, I didn't write down what date I had it. Oh, maybe I can find it. Okay, it's called Hostage Grandma Mastermind. I don't remember how we all ended up there, but we got trapped in a store in an escape room type thing, all curated by this one person. I don't remember who at first, but then it turned into my grandma. Like she somehow maneuvered shit and had clues. I don't know, it was odd. But yeah, I think she was delusional, where she thought she was doing this for our own good and she was keeping us safe, but we were all basically prisoners. I managed to figure out a clue and push out a block or something and get into the next door store, but there was another clue and it scared me, so I didn't escape. But someone else ended up escaping, and somehow we got to Philly. Yeah, there's a lot of like missing parts in this dream. I'll try to explain it as best as I can afterwards. And I escaped, but it was hard to find her, and no one took me seriously, but it was like a marching band festival, and then we found her and the yellow van. It was kind of whack, but like tense, but not as scary. Still tense. All I remember is that we were just like trapped in a store, and there was a female figure, like a woman, that had clearly maneuvered everything, and it was like an escape room because there were clues that she had left out for us to escape. So I don't know why. We were in a room, there's a woman, she curated it, and then like I found a like a block that connected to the other store, and it was like I could push it out. So I pushed it into the other store, and I could get into the other store, and the other store's door was unlocked. But I don't know why. I think there was a specific clue that was left in that store, but I don't remember what it says. I mean, obviously in your dreams it's gibberish, but I think the vibe of it, or like the feeling I got from like reading the clue, was like scary or something. So I just didn't open it, but someone else ended up like escaping through that room. And then a little bit of the middle gets lost, but basically we were all like in a van, and then we were going through like Philly. It wasn't actually Philly, but it was just like a city type thing, but in my brain it was Philly. I like recognized it, so that I was like, oh my god, that's Philly. And then we were in Chinatown, and there was like a marching band festival, and I just jumped off the van and I tried to get people to listen to me, but it wouldn't work. And then I think the yellow van that we were in drove out of Philly, but somehow it came back, and I was like, oh my god, that's it, it's right there. And then they caught her. Last but not least, car scratch dream. This one was during a nap, like a couple of days ago. This one's really long. I actually don't know if I want to do this one. Oh, this one's weird too. This one's more tense, not scary. Why are all my dreams tense? Am I tense in real life? Maybe, but like not that tense. Okay, this is car scratch dream. I was at my shift at Starbucks, and for some reason I was dating my coworker, but I remember thinking to myself, what the fuck, I was never dating him. But yeah, my manager was like, yeah, just talk to me and he'll get fired because he was bad, I guess. And then I broke up with my coworker. I don't know, that was hazy. And then I was done with my shift at Starbucks, I guess, and had literal blue glasses, and I had glasses or tinted blue, and it made the whole room blue. I don't know why that was an important factor, but I had that. And then I was in a room that was like the high school band room, but not really. So in my mind, it was a high school band room, but not my literal high school band room, like the layout of it, whatever. It was raining outside, and I was just staring, and then a couple of boys came up to me, and this Korean dude, I guess he was a popular kid in my dream, asked me in Korean, what am I doing? And I was like, waiting for the rain to stop. So he asked Kenny, I think Kenny like was the name of one of the dudes, to drive, and we were getting into his car, and the Korean dude asked me why I sounded like I did when speaking in Korean, and I said because my Korean voice is higher than my English voice. And then for some reason I opened his door for him. There's so many useless details, do you see what I mean? And got into the front seat, but I guess I scratched and banged the orange car next to us with my door because my seat was too high. I don't know, man. And then I saw her gasp, like the person who owned the car. I saw her gasp in the corner of my eye, and we drove off, but then the same scene replayed, so I thought it traveled back in time, but no, it was the next day. And the guys were like, hey, Kenny, can you drive out? We don't want to hit... Oh, yeah, it was a Van Cleef car. I don't know what. I think I saw one of my friends get, like, something from Van Cleef, so, like, automatically, like, something of value was connect to Van Cleef in my mind, and then we dreamt of something about it. We don't want to hit the Van Cleef, but guess what? Someone had already hit it. Hint, hint, it was me. And the girl, for some reason, was on FaceTime with Kenny just yelling at him, and I was going to take full responsibility for scratching her car. But then suddenly got in a screaming match with her because she was being so difficult and not listening to me. I was saying I take responsibility and that I'll pay her back. And then... but she just wouldn't listen to us, I guess. She was just like, I don't know. There was something off, but I can't remember what. But I remember it was more than difficult. It was like she was delusional. Okay, and then we got into the car and left, but somehow we ended up at her house. And her room was in this sliver in space. So it was like looking at something through a computer screen. If you cut the screen open, then it's her room or something. It's like two-dimensional, but at the same time three-dimensional. Anyway, her room was in the sliver in space, but I could see through the illusion, so I saw us outside of her room, and somehow I also saw inside her room listening to us. Oh, by the way, she was fully 8-bit character by this point, and then she shot out and attacked Kenny, and then I ran to the windows to escape. But there were so many layers to the window, as in you open the window and there was like a bug screen, and then there were like 2 more bug screens, and then another glass window, and then like another glass window, and then like 3 more bug screens, and it just kept going on until I finally got outside. and like I was flying. Okay, but I finally escaped and tried to fly to the police station, but of course my dream world spawned Coca-Cola factories instead of a police station. And then she turned into a cat and caught up with me also flying. Caught up with me flying, and then a couple of different scenarios played where she caught me, but then in like the final iteration of the scenario, she got hit by cars and died, but her corpse kept bouncing back to me, and then I woke up. I dreamt this on June 18th, 2021, and that was right, today is June 25th. It was really weird. Yeah, there's just so many layers to my dream, and more often than not being chased by something. So yeah, in this case, I was being chased by her body. I don't know. I hope this was somewhat entertaining. I think I hope I can clean this video up properly, because I thought I was just gonna read through my dreams, but then I didn't realize how much context you needed, like about my dreams in general. So maybe I'll talk about my dream routine, what I do in my dreams. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry if it looks weird that I was holding my phone up the entire time. I was gonna use my other mic, but I had technical difficulties, and I should have brought a blanket because my butt's really wet now. Cheers. I might do a part 2 if I write down any more dreams in the near future, but yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I hope someone else has dreams like this. Like, I dream stuff like this every night, like basically every night. It gets exhausting, bros. That's why I like can barely wake up in the morning. So yeah, okay, peace.